there's something that happens when I go to a Neil Diamond concert. I don't go to rock concerts, but when I go to your concert, I get very excited, and so does my husband.
That's great. I want everybody to do that at the shows. I mean, that's really, it's the best. I can't even describe it myself, Shirley. How could I possibly describe this feeling of exhilaration and it's love. I just want to thank everybody. My goodness, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening to me. And when you want to do it, make it as beautiful as possible for everybody. And when it works, it's very, very beautiful.
Have you ever been out there on stage when it just hasn't worked?
Well, sometimes an entire audience is not necessarily focused in on you, but there's always somebody there who is, one person or one group or one section, at a particular moment. And really that's who you focus in on.
When you came out to Detroit last time, I wrote in the column that you like lollipops, and boy, did you get lollipops. And then chicken soup. Remember, you all of a sudden felt like having chicken soup, and you got chicken soup, girl.
People do that. It's great. I remember once saying that one of the saddest things about Christmas being over was the fact that you couldn't buy candy canes anymore. I love candy canes. They remind me so much of Christmas. And so, I've received candy canes from all over the world in July. And, people will buy them and they'll save them for August, because they know I'm going to run out by August. Beg him to rehearse a scene with me or lines, or what is this line? He was wonderful. And it was an honor to work with this man. Let's face it is Laurence Olivier.
Lord Lawrence.
Sir Lord Lawrence, please. Right. And he was quite a man. I was, bowled over. I had all I could do to keep my jaw from dropping during those scenes.
You went to the same school with Barbra Streisand. Did you know her then?
No, we didn't know each other. We were in a chorus that had 100 members, and she sang in the alto section, and I was in the baritone section, and we never met, and we were both stunned to find out years later that, you were singing in that chorus if you went to Erasmus. Yeah, and you remember Mr. DiPietro, the conductor? And she said, oh, I loved him so much. I had such a crush. And so, I said, all the boys were afraid of him. He had this Italian temper, He was really a maestro. And we called him Maestro. And Barbara was in love with him, and I was scared to death of him. But it was really our first public performance for anyone.
Neil, it's Christmas time, or almost Christmas time. What holiday do you really like to celebrate? What do you do New Year's Eve? Sleep?
New Year's Eve I try to avoid as much as possible, but Christmas is really a great period for me because I'm usually not working the Christmas period, and the kids are off, and I can actually take it and, take 10 days and not have to do anything at all because everybody else is off, so I'm excused too,
I know you have to go and sing and rehearse, but before you go, can I take a holiday picture of you? How does this work?
These are one of those old... Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Would you?
It pops out like that.
Suppose you take one of me and I'll take one of you.
Yeah?
And we'll remember this holiday. Now I'll take a picture of you. Smile. Take your glasses off. I want to see the
really
eyes.
These lights are...
Oh, just...
You don't want to see my eyes this hour of the day.
Thank you, Neil, and Merry Christmas.
Thanks, darling. You too.
There's a fellow who performed here last night. He's performing tonight, and he's performing Wednesday, and he's performing Thursday, and his name is Neil Diamond, and I'm just thrilled that I'm sitting here with a guy who's so friendly with Princess Di and Prince Charlie and wife of the President of the United States. And how are you, Neil?
I'm great. It's great to be here. I didn't expect this kind of weather, though.
Well, we had snow, but,
I know that, but it went past. But it's great to be here Christmas
Neil,
time.
what is that sound? Do you carry it with you? I hear it.
I don't know. Feedback. We try to get rid of it before the show, so we don't have any of it at all when the show starts.
They heard.
Now it's gone forever.
Well, how does your family treat you now that you have, Princess Di and at the White House and dancing?
How do they treat me?
Yeah.
They treat me exactly the same as they always treated me.
Good?
The best. The best. No, it was fun. We went to the White House. It was a tremendous honor to be there. And it was fun. I got to sing a few songs. I was scared to death. And actually dance with Lady Di. And
She asked you to dance.
She asked me to dance. I didn't have the nerve to ask her. You know, everybody else was asking her, and she came over and she asked me. And I thought, oh my gosh, it was great.
How did she say?
She said, I don't know if it's proper to ask a gentleman to dance in this country. And I said, it's always proper for you to ask whoever you want to dance. And we danced, and I was a nervous wreck, and my knees were shaking. And I sat down, as a matter of fact, at a table with Suzanne Farrell, a very spectacular ballerina who just danced with Prince Charles. And she said, my knees are shaking. I said, no, so are mine. So we got through it.
Did you dance cheek to cheek?
No, we didn't dance cheek to cheek. We had a nice conversation about her travels, but no, it was not that kind of a dance. It was a friendly, we're just friends.
Yeah, I know. And besides, you know, her husband's there, and Marcia, your wife, is there.
Yeah, this is true.
And, you know, it's hard.
It's very true.
And then when she finished, did you dance when she finished with you, Neil?
Yes.
Did you dance then with the wife, with Mrs. Reagan?
No, I didn't. I danced with my own wife, or else I would have been in major trouble.
Can you imagine all night dancing with all those people and not asking?
No, I was
Marcia?
a nervous wreck. I sat down after that. Yeah.
Did you know you were going to sing before?
I didn't know at all, but evidently Mrs. Reagan had mentioned something to the orchestra conductor, and he had prepared a whole list of songs of mine. So when she brought me over to the bandstand, I said, what songs of mine do you know? And he said, well, which ones would you like to do? And he showed me a whole list with my name over it and a whole list of songs. So I picked out a couple, and they did it beautifully.
And I know that you said, I had someone, we went to the same high school, and I sang this duet with her, and I'm going to try and do it alone.
That's right. I'll try and sing both parts tonight. And I asked everyone to dance, and they did. It was kind of a Fellini-esque situation, you know, because I still think that I'm a kid from Brooklyn, and I'm here at the White House, and the Prince and the Princess, and some of the greatest people in, you know, American society were there, and I felt very honored to be there.
Yeah. You just said you felt like a kid from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
In your wildest dreams in Brooklyn, did you ever think, you probably want to be with ball players then, but did you ever think you'd be with the future king of England? And
no, of course not. You don't think about things like that. I mean, this is just a little bonus that comes along with the job, which I'm very thankful for. It was fun.
now, you are also going to be a godfather, along with a lot of other godparents, to Burt Bacharach and Carol Bayer-Sagan's
That's
baby.
right. Bert and Carol adopted a baby last week, and they're happy as clams, and I'm happy for them, too.
Are you really? Have you been asked to be a godfather, or is that a figure of speech?
Yeah, I think Carol asked a few of her closest friends if they'd be the baby's godfather and godmother, and
That's you and Elizabeth Taylor.
Miss Taylor, and
You still call him Miss Taylor?
Well, she's kind of legendary, you know. You call her Elizabeth when you're with her. I've had the chance to have dinner with her a few times, and she's a very funny lady. She's a great lady, and but no, you don't. In public, I call her Miss Taylor, and privately, I call her Elizabeth. And
What does she call you in public, Mr. Diamond? I hope so.
I don't know, but she's very nice.
Have you danced with her?
No, I haven't.
What's that song? I met a man, he danced with his wife. What was that? Chicago.
Yeah, that's right.
Soon, you're going to, this is this the end of your Christmas tour?
Well, this is kind of nearing the end of the Christmas tour, which, as I mentioned to you before, this is our 7th year in a row. And we do it for luck and for fun, and it's great. We just started it when everybody told us we couldn't tour during Christmas. We decided, hey, we're going to tour during Christmas, and the audiences have been the greatest. So we've had a lot of fun.
I've given tickets as Christmas presents, so I think I get them. Oh, people are thrilled.
That's great.
I sure have. And
Well,
you love Detroit, don't you?
I love Detroit. Detroit is one of those places that feels like home for us, and we do new material here, and we've tried things over the years, and the audiences are just the best. So that's why we're here at this horrible time of year.
Listen, when you're up on the stage tonight, Neil, and somebody gets up in this very quiet audience, they're going to be screaming, and you hear somebody say, is it all right for an old, broad reporter to ask you to dance? You think I could get to dance with you?
You can, but not during the show.
Right after I'm coming. You know, you don't work hard out there. We'll dance backstage.
Great. Anytime.
You are a very good friend, Neil Diamond.
Thanks very much, Shirley. You too.
And thank you.
Thank you.
And what can I say? I think I better turn to this camera because they want me to. And this is Shirley Eder saying, what a Superman, I don't mean Superman like with flying Superman. He is a superhuman being. He's a fantastic performer. He's got a new album he's finished. Well, I have to say any more about Neil Diamond. Good afternoon for Good Afternoon, Detroit. Here at Pine Knob with a particular person. Well, what the heck? The whole city, the whole country, everybody's coming here tonight to Pine Knob to see you, Neil.
I hope so.
You know, to try and get a ticket. You couldn't get a ticket tonight.
I don't need one. I'm going to be standing right over there. So I'm going to...
Listen, you got TV screens up here for the lawn, which is unusual.
Well, we tried it, and it works great for the people in the back. They get a real close-up view of the show, and it's the picture's great.
How are you going to top what you have done this year? I mean, the experience is for you. You danced with Princess Di. She cut in on you at the White House, right? You follow that. You're the Statue of Liberty. You sang America right there in front of the Statue of Liberty. It's tough to top. What is the feeling out there?
Well, it was, you had to have goosebumps throughout that whole experience because it was just awe-inspiring. The statue was there, all of the people that were there. I mean, the President of the United States was there, so that's enough to make you nervous, besides unveiling the Statue of Liberty.
Do you like this area?
Great audience, always great audience, and we'll get a chance to try some new things out. But it's just a good luck audience for us, and we come here when we need a lift.
Go ahead, let him say it.
At Pine Knob, this is Shirley Eder.
This is Neil Diamond.
This is Channel 7 Action News reporting. Take it.
Oh, Neil Diamond, we're sitting here at the Palace. What do you think? It was pretty great.
I think it's great, and it's going to be even prettier when there are people in these seats.
And there are going to be 20-some-odd thousand people in these seats.
I hope so.
They really are tonight.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Certainly stuff from the album.
Some of the stuff from the new album, some oldies that we haven't done before, some things that we're doing in a new way. Just it's fun. It's a new show. And
I think I see a little new you, too. I don't know what it is. I do.
Maybe. I'm able to. This show is fun for me to do. And I have my brand new stage, which I love. I mean, I don't love it. I'm in love with it.
Yeah.
I can go anywhere. There are places for me to go where I don't have to climb over plants. I don't know if you remember last time I was here, climbing over lights and plants to get out closer to the audience. And this stage gives me the chance to do that. So it's just so much fun to perform on it.
I cannot thank you enough, my friend, Neil Diamond, for coming here and getting off a plane and doing this with us.
It's my pleasure. It's going to be the most fun.